definitely one of the more popular places to kick back and relax is down at Sanur. Not only is it a port for all the ferries that head across to the islands, including my favourite, Nusa Penida. You can see them all doing the Sanur wade through the water, trying to keep your stuff out of the water. I've come through here before when the water's been pretty rough and the waves have been just about knocking the boats back onto the onto the shore, and it was pretty sketchy, I gotta say. But those little fast boats will take you over to Penida, and it's worth every dollar, and it's not that expensive at 20 bucks or something to go across. But there's hundreds of boats coming in and going all day backwards and forwards, and hundreds of tourists doing their thing. Sanur not only has a nice little harbour and some protected waters with a marina, but it's got a nice beach for kids, and it's a great little spot for kids to get a little bit of time just enjoying themselves, paddling around. It's safe, there's not normally big waves, and there's a bit of a breakwater out there, so it's a great place if kids want to come down, if their young families want to come down and spend a bit of time with their kids in a lot more safety than certainly at some of the more the surfing beaches. And there's a lot of markets here. There's a million people coming down here at the moment. Parking's a nightmare already, and only a very small percentage of them are the international tourists. Most of the locals are taking advantage before the Aussie invasion really sort of takes on, of getting down here and spending a bit of time as well, because when the full-on tourist numbers are back up to you know, hundreds of thousands per month, then those guys are all going to go back to work, and they're all busy. So while things are still fairly quiet, they're taking a bit of time to spend with their family and to enjoy things. So there are a lot of locals here just sitting around the beach and just watching the sunset, watching the day pass. You tend to find a lot of older couples, a lot of retirees, a lot of families in this area. It's not really the nightlife pumpy sort of stuff. It's quite nice and relaxed, and some beautiful cafes and warungs, some high-class restaurants as well, and in general it's a lovely little place. The beaches are pretty clean. It smells good around here, and it's not far from downtown Denpasar. It's probably about 15-20 minutes at the most from the middle of the city, I guess. So it's a lovely place to base yourself if you don't want to be in the middle of the mayhem, shall we say. And to be honest, the mayhem at the moment is just about completely dead. So all the areas that would normally be pumping with nightlife and music and bars and all that sort of stuff are just about asleep. They're just about extinct. A lot of those places have been shut down. Hotels have just been left vacant. There's restaurants that, you know, with brand new interiors that just couldn't survive and walked away. So it's crazy. But Sanur and the Sanur area is one area that's actually still got a fairly good strong following, and it hasn't been anywhere near as badly affected. Obviously everyone's been affected by the change in the tourism numbers, but it seems to have weathered the storm a lot better than the places that were 100% focused on international dollars. So I'll take some more footage and we'll go for a bit of a wander around the beach and check out some of the cafes and the eateries. And I think you'll find a lot of village, what do they call them, a villa, like homestays and stuff. There is a couple of big resorts, but there's also a number of quite nice little private rentals, and if you're looking for that little bit of a getaway, maybe Sanur is a good place to start looking around. Check it out online. I'm sure you'll find something that you love. it's a sad reality that many of the stalls behind me have been so starved for customers that they've been forced to shut their doors. This looks a little bit different. There's not so many stalls, and actually they're all open, or they look pretty much open from where I'm standing, which means these guys have weathered the storm better than a lot. And there is a good local following here, and when the full tourism season on, there still is quite a number of locals here, but there's also a huge amount of families and couples come down to Sanur because it's just such a lovely place, and it's a nice, very moderate and calm beach. Nice place to cool off, and beautiful cafes and lovely places to have a cup of coffee or some food and some local warungs, where you can try some nasi jingo or some nasi goreng or something like that, some fried rice or one of their specialities. And if you do come down here, I very, very much strongly suggest you try a delicacy called babi guling. Now, it's basically spit roasted pork. Oh my god, the way they do it, usually they prepare it 4 or 5 different ways, and it's just sensational, and it's dirt cheap. The local food is beautiful. If you don't want it spicy, tell them no spicy, and I'll do a nice mild one for you. But it's definitely worth the adventure to give it a try. If you're interested, you got any specific requests, where to go, what to see, send me an email. I'll put my email up under the screen, but thefastlane.adventures@gmail.com, and send me an email. I'll give you contacts. I've got contacts right around the entire island, where to stay, what to go, good places, good people that will look after you. Plenty of places that are run by Aussies that speak the lingo and know what's going on, but they're hooked up, they know what's happening around the place. It's easy to get waylaid over here, and it's not really easy to get ripped off. They're pretty good over here by and large. Got to be careful like anywhere in the world, but there are places where you don't get as good a value for money as others, and if you're happy to take my advice, I can give you some fantastic suggestions for drivers, for accommodation, for restaurants, you name it, because I love to travel and I love to help other people and share my adventures with you guys. So thanks for coming along. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow when I'm doing some other crazy adventure, having some fun and sharing it with you guys. Bye.